All right, guys, thank y'all for jumping on. We got a big group tonight, and I'm so excited about our guest speaker. But first, we're going to take a few minutes, and I just want to shout everybody out for having an amazing April. I know things were kind of slow at the beginning, but we really picked up. I know numbers were better. I know for our team, our enrollments were down, but our numbers were really about the same as they were in March. So I was really happy about that. We had a lot of people jumping on and reordering for the BOGO. So really excited about that. But I want to shout out our top enrollers. If y'all haven't seen the visual that Steph did in Bless, check it out. But we had Stephanie Foreman with 10 enrollments last month, Colette with 6, Tammy Glowacki was 6, Stephanie Wood was 6, I had 5, Austin had 4, Rebecca Holloway had 3, Malia had 3, Emily Junk had 3, Elsa had 3, Leslie had 3, Stephanie Ogilvy had 3, Kim Siegel had 3, and Brandy had 3 as well. So we all just knocked it out of the ballpark. Like I said, I think our numbers were about the same or even up because of the BOGO. We had a lot of customers reordering. And then Troy put out an incentive. Hold on. Troy put out an incentive with inception volume and subscriptions. So he was giving away $1,000 and it was broken down. And first place winner, and I'm so super proud of her, Stephanie Foreman grabbed the first place of $500. She had 3,429 inception volume. Second place was Valerie Claunch. She had 2,329 inception volume. She grabbed $250. Colette got third with 1,808, and she grabbed $100. Stephanie Wood had fourth. She had 1,673 inception volumes with the subscription and got $75. And then Austin rounded it out and she had 1,640 with she got $75. So that was super cool that Troy did that because he doesn't benefit from all of our numbers. So it was just super nice that he does those incentives for us. So anyways, I just want to say congratulations. Let's run in May. We are in our busy season. So let's just get busy, do your follow-ups. It's paying off. I promise you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork. So just make sure that you're open sign that you're open, that your friends know that you're open. Because I think that's the biggest thing. Don't shut down for the summer months. Okay. I'm going to get into our special speaker. She needs no introduction. If you are at Fling, you know why she needs no introduction, even though she had no clue she was winning this. I knew it with the first sentence that came out of Russ's mouth. But Executive Melissa Adams, she is here in Georgia with me, and I thank God that she's here with me. We have built a friendship, but I am so super proud of her because she got the I Am Singular Award. Could not have been a more perfect person to win it, in my opinion. It was like a proud mama moment out there. I was swollen and I could not believe it. But anyway, so we're going to do a Q&A tonight with Melissa. It is anything goes. So write down your questions. I'm going to kind of interview her. I got a couple questions of my own. And then we're going to let y'all unmute. You can either raise your hand so it's kind of in a uniform. If you'll raise your hand and let me know. I think we've just got one page of, yeah, we do. We just got one page of Zoom here. So if you just want to raise your hand, I'll call on you and then I can unmute you and you can ask questions. It is anything. She has no idea. I didn't prep her for nothing. So she said, just bring it on. And so any questions that y'all have for her, we'll just open it up and go. But Melissa, will you share your story, your business story, and just quickly, but I want you to share it in a way. I want your downtimes. I want your struggles. I want everybody to know that the I Am Singular recipient has downtimes too, that it's not just all straight uphill and sitting on the mountains.
Oh Lord, hey, I got 7 years of struggle. How much time you got? I'm, I don't know how long y'all got tonight, but I can talk about some struggles because that thing is, I've gone through a lot. Started in 2015 and got real excited. You know how when you get real excited and you start telling everybody, and then all of a sudden friends that just they're having weight loss and they want to tell everybody. And I got 4 people to start with me first 3 months. And we were going. Actually, my anniversary month, 7 years this month. Woo! So it was May, June, and July. We were going. August and September were good. October was okay. And then guess what happened? Holiday came and everyone quit on me. I got all the way up to gold manager. I was going to the at the end of the tunnel, the writing on the wall. I was going to be rich, and everybody quit. And I went from gold manager flat down on my face and was only getting residual.
Hey, you're breaking up, Melissa, a little bit.
You guys would mute out. I get really.
I think I got everybody.
So anyway, so I went all the way back down. And then I said, well, I did it once, I can do it again, right? So I started building and I found me 2 runners. And one of them got almost up to director. I had another one that was a silver manager and she was going to go gold. We were going, and I got all the way to director, almost, and both of them quit the same month. The one that was almost a director, her grandbaby, she checked completely out, and then the other one that was silver manager going gold. She had some issues and she had to step down too. Both of them the same month. And let me tell you, you talk about something slapping upside the head. You cannot run 2 businesses. I'm telling you that right now. I could not run that director leg and my leg and all my other teams. And so what happens, the speed of the leader is the speed of the team is the speed of the leader. So what happened was that team started going way up here. It started going all the way back down. So over a 4-month period, I went from almost gold director back down to silver manager. I was devastated. That was when I almost did not survive this. That's when, because I was working a 60-hour-a-week job, still had all that stress on me, and I had worked so hard to build it back up, fell right back flat on my butt, and just said, I'm quitting. That's when I met Cynthia Evans in the airport, and she basically just told me that she had been there, told me I was stupid if I quit, because the only way I'm not going to succeed is if I quit. So I rebuilt again. I came home, and within 4 months, I had gone from silver manager back up to silver director and double ranked that next month to platinum director. I mean, I was like on fire. I was working this like nothing you've ever seen, and made the decision to walk away from my job, knowing that twice now I have fallen flat on my butt. But at this point, I believed in this company so much, and I believed in where it could take me. And it didn't matter at this point how many times that I had to start all over. I was in for the long haul. That's what I said. So I walked away from my job. 7 months later, hit executive, and I hit executive twice in 2018, and I hit it the first time in February. I hit it again in April. I hit it in July, and then BOGO they did in August. So I earned my Dubai trip. Y'all, I didn't hit executive again until March of 2020, after I hit it in August of 2018. So just because you get up here doesn't mean you stay up there. So this is how my journey is gone. It's like this, but it's a gradual increase. So now it's 2022. I hit executive 4 years ago. Guess what rank I am? I'm an executive. So, but that doesn't mean that my business is not growing because I am averaging year after year higher, and I'm making more money year after year because the higher you get, the closer you get to silver, the more money you make. So I'm averaging my pay is increasing year after year, but this is my business. And I have fallen on my face. I don't know how many times I've rebuilt. I don't know how many times since I hit executive, because I started rebuilding again in the end of 18. And then I rebuilt again after COVID. I mean, it's just like, it's always, you've got to continually grow your own business. You have no control over what everybody else does. The only thing you have control over is what you're doing. So you've got to continually sponsor frontline people to look for the next rock star that's going to take the place of the one that quits, because they're going to quit. 75% of every distributor that you have will not survive this, will not last 5 years. I'm telling you right now, they will not. And I think that's a high number. I mean, I think that is a low percentage. I think 75% hanging out for 5 years is a very low, is a very high number. I don't think it's that much. I think, 25%, 75% quit. I think 25% hanging out for 5 years is a very high number. I don't think it's that much. So you've got to continually sponsor, continually rebuild your business in order to make up and replace the people who are going to leave you. And you've got to get this grit inside of you, and you've got to get this determination in your heart, and you've got to see that vision, continually go back to your why and what you want and your dreams, because that's what's got to drive you, nothing else. You cannot rely on one other person. You have got to make sure that you are focused on what your dreams are for your family, and everything else is bonus. That's my story in a nutshell after 15 minutes.
Love, love it. And everybody, and we need to hear that. I got 2 questions for you that I want you to answer. Did you come in wanting the business?
I was a hard no. I was fact that I told my upline, they had gotten everybody and their brother on the phone with me. And I told Lacey Friend, didn't know her from Adam. She got on the phone with me, and I told her, if you tell me one more time to post, or you tell me to sell something one more time, I'm packing it up and sending it back. I do not have, and I do not want to do that.
Okay, so that just shows y'all that we need to keep following up with the business aspect of it too. That's what I love about her story, is that she was that hard of a no. All right, one more question for me, and then we'll open it up to other people. What makes you decide who you run with as far as a distributor? What do they have to do to get your attention?
The obvious is enroll people and be coachable, show up on trainings, do the things, post. If somebody gets on Focus 40, they got my attention big time. If I see them adding people to the adventure page, they have my attention. If I see them tagging me in posts, if I see them doing the things, they don't have to, they don't even necessarily have to sign somebody up. If they are coachable and doing the things, as soon as they enroll, if they add those 200 people that I asked them to do to get their membership feedback, and now I'm giving them a free product, but if they do that, that's got my attention. And I will tell you, my favorite saying in the whole world, it is easier to give birth than raise the dead. So when somebody, you got to think about this. When you're trying to get up this mountain, and that's what we're all trying to get to. We're all trying to get up this mountain to get to that next level. How hard would it be to trudge up this mountain, dragging somebody behind you? Like, if you're physically climbing a mountain, how hard would it be to have somebody behind you that just can't get up by itself, and the only way that you're going to get up is to drag them? How long would it take you to get up that mountain? Wouldn't it be a lot easier to find somebody who's willing to try, and you just get behind them and push them a little bit up the mountain and just give them a little boost? You can't drag people. So you've got to, that's what gets my attention. And that's where I put my time, is the people that want it, because you can't want it for them. And it doesn't matter how good you think they're going to be. If they are not doing the things, they're going to suck the life out of you.
Okay. All right. Those were my questions. This is y'all's time. feel free to raise your hand and unmute. And it's anything. She's an open book. I know her well enough. So anybody want to unmute and find secrets and her tips and tricks?
I love this.
All right.
I have a question, Melissa.
Okay, Melissa, this is Elsa. She is out in
Salem.
I don't know where you're at. Where are you at? I don't even know.
Salem, Oregon, Don.
That's right. That's right. You see, for some reason, I think you're in Texas. I don't know why. Anyways, she's under Stephanie Wood, but and she's a police officer up there. So Elsa, yeah, go ahead.
So I have a question. So how do you keep your downline motivated? Like, you know, we all know the IPAs, what to do on a daily basis and stuff, but how do you keep them motivated? Or is that something they need to be doing on their own?
Hire somebody, encourage somebody, you can pour into them, you can tell them how amazing they are, let them follow your belief, but the only thing you can't do is motivate them. Motivation has to come from here. It's got to be something that is inside of them. So you can do all the things right, but that motivation, you've got to, what I do when I try to help them find that motivation is I always go back to their why. And I make them, like when I've got a new distributor, that's the first thing I have them do is tell me why. Tell me those reasons. And I take them back to that because people lose sight of why they got started. So if you have it written down and it's in your chat, you can always scroll back up to see why it is that they started. And it's got to be something. I mean, I get when somebody really starts getting in, when they hit their quick start bonus or hit manager, I talk to them and that's how you start forming those relationships with people, because the relationships are what's going to create retention for sure. So, find out what's going to get them up out of them in the morning. Find out what's going to keep them up at night until the things are done. Find out what's going to drive them and keep them going on the days when you don't want to do it. And then take them back to that place. Take them back to, you told me this. You told me you wanted this. You told me that this is what, you needed to put your kid through college without mortgaging your house. You wanted to give your daughter her dream wedding. You told me that you wanted to take this trip with your husband. You wanted to retire early. What changed? And then that's how you get them to revisit that motivation, but you can't create that for them. That's something that's got to come from deep inside them.
Thank you.
All right, so now I have another question. How do you get them on the phone? How many do you have that you literally cannot get them on a phone call? No matter how many messages you send, no matter how many voice messages, at what point do you say you just give up with that person? Because that's the problem I have with most of my people, like my new people that I want to help. I can't get them to answer me. I mean, I sent voice clips to 5 of them about 2 weeks ago, and they didn't, you see that they looked at it, they didn't respond to it. It's like you want to just like scream. Anyway, any info that you have would be awesome.
More than them, you just got to love them where they're at. And, when they're ready, don't quit following up, because you never know when situations are going to change. Send them text messages, just thinking about you today. And, this is going on. And again, find out their why early on when they're excited to put it back in their face. Kind of like, you said this type thing. But again, you go back to the same thing. You can't want it more than somebody else want it for somebody more than they want it for themselves, and my thing is next, I'm going to love you where you're at, but I've only got so much time in a day and you're not getting any if you don't want it. I want my time to be focused on and if you've got one that wants it, take that time from somebody who don't and pour it into them, and keep growing them. That's what I do. But I talk to my distributors that are running every day on my first 4 lines. I don't care who their coach is because that's my business. So it doesn't matter if they've got an active coach, anybody on my downline. And I talk like Hillary's on my 6th level, Hillary Brown's on my 6th level. And I talk to her almost every day. I mean, if they're running and that is part of my organization. If they have any, what they do create any income for me whatsoever, they're going to get my time. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. I mean, on my team, it doesn't matter if I make any money off of them or not. If they need me, I'm there. But every day I talk to my runners. Every single day. I call them on the phone every day. And it may be like 2 minutes, just, hey, what you doing? What, and we're friends, So it's not like I'm calling and saying, hello, what can I do for you today? How can I help you with your singular business today? I mean, we're friends. I'm like, what are you doing? What'd you do? What are you doing today? How's your husband? How's your kids? How's your mom doing? You just gotta, you just create that relationship. But I talk to the ones that deserve my time every day.
So Melissa, with that, and this might be for a graduated leadership call, but I know I can't call every single person that is running every day. Like, do you have, unless I wasn't doing my IPAs, do you have an assistant that does a lot of your stuff for you, or how do you make contact with every person who's running every day?
Oh, okay. So I consider my runners like people who are active.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about to fling, people that go to the events, people that are making waves, people that are definitely enrolling, people that show up for my trainings. I've got, honestly, on my entire organization, I have about 8 runners, because it's different. Somebody that's a distributor is not necessarily a runner. Somebody that hit manager is not necessarily a runner. They're the people that are leading the charge and that are taking my advice, that want to hear what I have to say, that are doing the things. Because I've got people that sign people up every single month, but I don't talk to them. They're not my runners. Your runners are the ones that if something were to happen to you, they're going to step in right immediately and they're going to take over things. They're your leaders. They're the ones that are creating this empire, for you and helping you build this empire. So that's a little bit, I probably shouldn't say runners, because there's some people that are, running for quick start that I don't talk to every day, but I'm talking about my leaders, my people.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
And I love that because, I love that you reach down to your whole team, because, some of you guys might not know, but I'm like 5 levels down to Stephanie, 4 to Kathleen. And had they not reached down to me like you did that you're doing with your team, I wouldn't be here. So, feel comfortable, because you know what? You want to be able to talk with those team members, because maybe that encouragement makes them realize that they're part of the family, right? Because that's what we really truly want with Singular. We want them to feel like this is part of their family and that we are here no matter what. So
I'll tell you, early on, I had she works. I think she was gold manager, or she might have been platinum manager at the time. But she got a new distributor, and this girl was running. I'm talking like extreme builder running. And so I'm calling her, and I'm saying, what can I do? Let's go. We got extreme builder. And that her upline calls me and she says, what are you doing calling my people? And I was like, hold up a second. I think what you meant was, thank you so much for taking your time to call my person and help them and help me make more money. I stopped that right away, because we ain't going to play like that. So if your upline calls somebody on your downline, thank them, because They could spend their time doing something else, but they're pouring into your people to help you grow your team. I don't care if it's on your 4th level. You thank them. Thank them for taking their time. Thank them for pouring into your team. So that niche that in the kebabs right away, because I was like, no, I think I know you're not calling me, asking me that. I think you're calling to say, thank you so much, Melissa, because I know you could be doing something else, but you're helping my person do something that I've never done. And you're helping my person get to a level where I've never been. So you can't take somebody somewhere that you haven't been. You need your upline to help them, to help take them there. I see one of my favorite people with her hand up. What's you?
Is that me? Are we talking? Is it my turn to ask?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Obviously, it wasn't me that she was talking to, was her favorite person then. Oh, Melissa. So my question to you is, I'm very, like, I don't have any problems hooking my distributors up with like Dawn and Leslie and, you know, my upline, but like, how high up should I go when introducing my new distributors into the company? Do you know what I'm saying?
I get them on the phone with somebody different every single day. I try to find like my new people, and this is another thing that I like to do, but I'll answer your question first. But my new distributors, is when they get started, they're going to meet as many people. I mean, they're going to meet people under me and anybody in my team that I can introduce them to that's available. I get them on the phone with somebody. You can't, I mean, as long as they have time, get them on the phone with everybody. But then when while they're doing that, I have them watch trainings and tell them who people are and send them videos and stuff of people. And then when they hit quick start or when they hit rank, I'm getting them on the phone with ambassadors in this company, like Cynthia Evans. I got anybody that hits quick start on my team, I'm getting them on the phone with her and saying, oh my God, this girl, and I'm just edifying them like crazy, because that edification goes so far. Recognition, what is the saying? Babies will do something and men will die for it. The recognition. Somebody know that saying? I can't remember it. Babies will cry for it, men will die for it, or something like that. But I mean, it's like any kind of edification, any kind of accolades, any kind of making them feel important. Do it as much as you can. There's no limits. I would get them on the phone with as many people as I could.
Okay, thank you very much.
I mean,
Kim, did you have a question?
No, I think I'm just enjoying Melissa.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw you wave your hand, so that's why I
I'm
wanted to
just going, hey, girl, that's right, girl.
preach it, preach it, preach it. No, I know. I hear you. I hear you. Anybody else? I know, I mean, you kind of get overwhelmed. Steph's got one. Go ahead, Steph.
I just have a comment because I love to set like the culture, and my culture, it's not mine. Our culture, the one I've loved to set, is all inclusive. It doesn't matter what level you are. I don't care. And of course, you might fall in a level when I introduce people, but in our team, it doesn't matter what level you are. You connect people with people. And we're so fortunate that on our team, our line goes up to ambassador level, but we have cross lines too. And not everyone can relate with the ambassador. They might relate with the next manager or a silver manager. So I just don't look at levels. I look at connecting people with people, right? We are all people. We are a family. We are full of love, and we are not a territory, right? Like, I think sometimes we look at our team or our people like our territory. And if you see your people as a territory, then that is not that flip it. Your people are not your territory. They are your family. And what do you want to do with your family? you want to share them with the rest of your family. Well, some of us don't have those families, but let's make Zingular, let's make our team that family, you know? So anyways, I just wanted to make that. And Melissa, I don't know if you have anything, I know you're come much from that too. Like we don't care what team you're on, what level you are. We just connect the crap out of, like, we use each other all over the company. So Stephanie, go wherever you want to go. If you have someone that connects with someone, or they're gonna, their story, or you like a certain person, use them, you know?
All right, Brandy's got a question, and I'm so happy I got to shout Brandy out. She is under Stephanie Foreman, but she got her quick start today. So I am super thrilled that Brandy is, and I'm hoping that she comes with me to Chattanooga. She's here in Georgia with us, Melissa. So Brandy, what question do you have for Melissa?
I was wondering what qualities you look for in a distributor when you're thinking of friends or family or people that you feel like would fit that, I don't want to say lifestyle, but would just kind of fit in. What qualities do you look for?
If I had the answer to that, I would be so rich. It's people you least expect. I mean, the people, rock stars, the ones that are realtors and have been in sales their whole life, and the ones that you think are going to be the rock stars, those are the ones that fizzle out. It's the housewives. It's the ones that's never had a job before in their life. It's the ones that bake cupcakes in a house. It's the ones that are the baseball moms. It's the ones that are busy. The people that are busy can do anything, but it's the ones that have so much on their plate that they can't do another thing. Those are the ones that are going to do it. You know, it's just amazing to me. If I could go back to just the people that are on my front line right now, probably 90% of them would not be people that I handpicked. They would not, because of, just mind-blowing things that people can do. But the thing that's amazing about this is every single person that you know can do this, whether they want to, or whether they will, or whether they they believe that they can. That's a whole different story. But every single person that you know can do this. So don't be shy, and you step outside your comfort zone and be bold about talking this as much as you do about the products. So, because right now we need business builders more than we need product users right now. So I know that's not, didn't answer your question, but there is no answer, because it's the people that you would never pick in a million years. So just tell everybody.
Melissa, can I speak to Brandy for a second on that? I work for a nonprofit. I went to school to be a school teacher. I never wanted to do sales. Absolutely. I told Dawn no over and over and over again. I was on a tight budget. I was going to do my nonprofit. I was going to be in the ministry, and that was all I was interested in doing. I now run 3 direct sales businesses. There is a motivation inside of me. I want to not only be healthy and not only to lose weight, but I want to share this happy I feel with absolutely everybody. When I did my measurements from my before to after, if any of you got on my Facebook page and seen me in tears because my hips were under 50 inches, when you want that for yourself, when these people want that for themselves, that is when they are going to light the fire under their rear, and they are going to take it as high as they can take it. They will want to share it with the world. And when they want to share it with the world, those are the people that are going to be your best distributors. Now, I say that I've got one person under me, and I am so tired of trying to light the fire under her. She's my person that is driving me crazy. But Dawn has taught me over and over again, you love her where she's at. I'm trying really hard to love her, because first and foremost, I'm a child of God, and that is what we were supposed to do. But the person under her that has bought from her has bought 2 X Advance kits now. I eventually see that person that has signed on as a distributor stepping down, and the person that's under her is going to step up. I believe that with my whole heart, and I'm just going to keep chasing them. And the problem, Melissa, a question that I have for you while I'm talking is, I talked to a lady last night and I have her sold. And I know I have her sold. She wants an X bundle, but as soon as she told her husband how excited she was about it, he shot her down. And so now she is trying to sell her husband. How do we get the husbands on the telephone? Because a lot of the times they're the ones that hold the money in their hands. And if I could sell both the woman and the man, I would have it made. So do you have any tips as to how I can advise these women to share this desire of theirs with their man so they will give in to them?
And if this doesn't work for me, I'm gonna get my money back. And then if it does work for me, I'm gonna get my money back. And if that's all the men look at, men are so like number driven. I mean, that's what she needs to tell them. She needs to tell them there's a 45-day empty bottle guarantee. I can try it. I'm taking a $6.95 risk, because that's how much it costs for the priority mail envelope. You can squish those bottles, put it in that priority mail if you've done it, and you can get them all in a $6.95 envelope. That's the risk that she's taking. And that's what she needs to tell her husband. But you know what? She needs a backbone. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Can I add to that? Can I add to that? Because my dad was that way. And, my parents are in their 70s. And, he's so cheap, he squeaks when he walks. So what I did, what I told my parents to convince my dad,
was give me 8 days. You do it too, because she's spending a lot of money, and she's not going to succeed if you're not supporting her. So give me 8 days. If you're not happy with how you feel in 8 days, then send it all back, So that was kind of the ploy that I sent to my parents. And my mom now has lost over 23 pounds. Dad's lost 15 and they're on their 3rd month. So, just maybe sell it like that. Give me 8 days. And if you're not, and do it together. This is something you're going to do together, because it's a lot of money and it's a life change. But that's what I told my parents, and they're old and they're on a budget, I mean, they're on SSI and all of that. So, but they're loving it. They're loving it. So that's, I mean, my dad's a hard sell on anything. He's cheap.
Yep. And the guys are, I mean, that's just, Jody was the same way, but it was like Melissa said, the 45-day money back guarantee. He just wanted his money back, and God knows that he didn't get it back. Austin, unmute yourself, lady, and ask your question, Melissa. We got time for one more, and then we're going to wrap it up, y'all. So Austin, this is Melissa. You met her. Did I introduce y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
I wanted to make sure. Okay. Go ahead. Take
I'll
it.
make it quick. It's a multi-part question, but I'll make it quick. And I've asked it before in trainings. My area just seems to be a little bit saturated with other network marketing companies, and I'm having a hard time bridging that gap because people have been burned by other ones. Not so much burned, but they've tried it and failed, or the comp plan's not as much. So my 2-part question is, one, do you have to navigate that at all? And how do you sell your business to people like that? And secondarily, are you able to sell your business to other network marketing people? Do you have people that do more than one?
But after they start getting into Singular and seeing the difference in the compensation plan, they don't go back to the other. I've got so many that used to be in somewhere else, and and then again, it's hard to wear 2 hats, and at some point, usually other network marketing companies are going to make them make a decision, because they don't want them doing anything else, and they don't want them seeing the other things. But right here, we have several, we're in Georgia, so we've got several that are predominant in our area and stuff. And, they don't work. That's the thing. The other health and wellness companies, they don't work. I've got a lady that is one of the top, she's one of the, one of the top earners. I guess she would be kind of like a platinum director. That's pretty sad. Like a platinum director in our company is one of the top earners in another, it's Optavia or Octavia. She buys our products and sells Optavia. I mean, or is it Octavia? I don't know, but she buys my products. And she's like, well, don't tell nobody. I was like, when you're ready to blow this up and get all those people and make no money, let me know. But you can keep ordering every single month. So, it's just about out there and what's on their page. And I look for people. Like I look for people who are pushing other weight loss companies that will not show their before and after. And I send them messages and I say, let me see what this has done for you. Because they're still fat, because it's not working. And I was like, you need help you grow that business? Buy my products.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Truth comes out. Truth comes out. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else before we wrap it up? Tammy Glowacki. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hey, Dawn. Hey, Melissa. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight, supporting our team. And I see a lot of team members, which makes my heart happy. You were pretty adamant you did not want the business. You were like, I'm going to send my kit back if this continues. Where did you turn the corner? And I wonder, I don't know who your upline is, but how did they know to continue to move forward with you to where you didn't return your kit? Because how many people say, I don't want it? No, I don't want it. I'm busy. I'm a busy mom. I work full time. I'm at the baseball field. What made you turn the corner and move forward?
I would have told people for free, and that's what I was doing, because people started coming to me. The first 4 people that bought a kit from me bought it under the lady that signed me up. That's how adamant I was about not wanting it. And she was just like, you're going to keep buying it. You're not doing anything now. Why not at least get your product? Why not? It's not going to change anything. You're not going to have to do anything. I'll do it. So I was like, well, as long as I don't have to do anything. And then but I thought it was fake money. I did not think that this was going to give me a real income. I was thinking that, and I'll tell you why, because I had never done network marketing before. And my best friend did yoga. And 3 weeks, I signed people up with Young Living, and they have a binary compensation plan, which means you get paid on your biggest leg, but it's got to be balanced out. Like your pay increases per how many teams wide you have and they have to get to certain goals. And it was I was trying to work and then trying to figure out who was going to get my compensation to balance this out. And girl, I wasn't even getting enough to pay for my monthly order. I was spending more, and I kept buying more and more to try to get my numbers. And I was just like, forget this. I knew this was how this worked. I knew that there was a lot of little people making money for these big people, and I was done. Like I never wanted, and that's what so many people out there, it's like somebody's already said, they've been burned. They've been burned by all these binary companies who you work your butt off and you never go anywhere because somebody else isn't doing their job. So when I said, well, I'm not going to do any work and I don't have time to put in this, that was where my head was. But then she started signing people up under my account, and I started getting some checks. And when I started getting them, I told my husband, I was like, no, this can't be right. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna go put them in my bank, And lo and behold, I put them in my bank, and it was real money. And within about 3 months, I was paying for products, and I was paying my car note. I was paying my car payment in just a few months. I mean, my husband was just like, "Is this illegal?" Making some serious money. In about 6 months, we were making it to me, $500 to $1,000 a month was a game changer, you know? And it was just, I don't even remember the question now, but I'm just saying that, that was the turning point when I saw that it was real money, that I would have told people about this for free, because people were asking me, and I lost 20 pounds in 16 days. So I lost a lot of weight in the beginning, and I had people coming out of the woodworks because I was shouting it. And I'm the type of person where I'm going to tell you if it's good, or I'm going to, y'all know me, I'm going to tell you if it's bad. I'm going to tell you what sucks, and I'm going to tell you what I like. And, you know, I was shouting it from everywhere, and I could have cared less if they had paid me 1 penny. I tell that to Russ all the time. You didn't have to pay me, but you did, you know, because I would have told people, because I found the secret sauce. As much as I've struggled, this was what had worked. And they just kept dripping on me. They just kept, you know, as soon as, you know, I said, okay, then it was just like, they never pushed me too hard, but pushed me enough to tell me. And the one thing I wish they would have told me, I wish they would have told me about Extreme Builder, because once I said yes, I was all in. Once I got those checks in my hand, I was all in. They never told me about that. They never told me about ranks. They didn't even tell me how I made money after I asked, because nobody knew at that point. That was a long time ago. They couldn't even tell me how I got paid, but they just said, keep doing it. And I started just looking into it, and, you know, I figured it all out myself. That was the turning point, getting that check in someone's hand, no matter how you have to do it. I don't care if you trick them into it. I don't care what, get them that real payment, that real money that goes into their bank account in their hands, because that's the game. That's what up in here. When they see that, well, I didn't really have to do anything, and I didn't have to, I made the same as you, and I didn't have to do anything. They've got to see it to believe it. It's one of those, and that was me. I had to see it. Once I saw it, I was like, oh, I want some more of that. Like, come on, tell me how to get more of that. And that's what, yeah, I hope that. So,
Perfect. Perfect. I do want to say one more thing, and Melissa can hit on this just for a minute. It's about keep sharing with people. Her sister was invited to come celebrate her I Am Singular with Kevin, her husband. Has never been to an event with Melissa, knows what Melissa does. I know that Melissa has poured into her sister numerous times about what it's done for her. Her sister came back from our Zing Fling and signed up as a distributor, and is now doing this with her sister, because she saw the community, y'all. She saw the heart of this company. Even though Melissa is as passionate about it as she is, getting them to events so they can see more, not just a phone call with whoever, but the event changed her life. And so now she's doing this with Melissa, which I just think that is so cool. You know, Melissa's been here 7 years, and now she's got her sister doing it with her. So that just tells you the power of events, you know, and she was just there to support her sister, you know. So anyways, I wanted to throw that in because I think that was really, really cool, and I love it.
sign up as a distributor in 3 weeks.
You broke up. What?
Sign up as a distributor. She got her quick start and hit manager in less than 3 weeks. Last month.
That's crazy. That's just crazy. So
Awesome.
Melissa, thank you 100 times over. Thank you so much. I think this was good for all of us. I love it that it was an open session and that we could just, you know, because I know questions come up and we just, you know, it doesn't fit in with the training, so we don't ask and whatever. So this is just, has been great. And thank you enough. I love you, and congratulations on your I Am Singular. That's just awesome. So
It's way cool.
yep, absolutely. So thank you very, very, very much. I will see you in Chattanooga with the rest of the team. So
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you still hear
yeah,
me?
we can now. Yep.
My final thoughts for you guys are put your blinders on, get your tunnel vision, and go for what you want. Chase your dream. No one can take your dreams away from you. You're the only one that sets limits on what you can. Nobody else does. Everybody up on your upline believes that you can do it. You can do anything that your mind to. So get out of your own way and go after what it is that you want. You got to work for it. Pick up a shovel and dig for whatever it is that you want. Do your business every single day, work it consecutively, and just love your people, pour into your people. And, you know, I love the saying, we rise by lifting others. You know, you help somebody else get to their goals, that's just going to get you further. And the more you pour into others, the better you're going to be, not just as a person and as a leader, but that's it's going to be better for every aspect of your life. Make you better. But build your empire. Don't let anything stop you. Go back to your why. Write it everywhere. Write your goals everywhere. Submit your goals, because if you write them down and you tell somebody, the percentage that you're going to hit on goes up exponentially. So get your roadmap and then go.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you,
very much.
Melissa.
Love you, girl. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a great evening.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Y'all
Thank
have a great
you.
Bye.
Mwah.
Thanks, ladies.
night, guys.